All right, welcome back, guys. Which one do I want to talk about now? Remember, we are in box number 2 for the day. The first box we only found really 3, but the second box was like more of a gold mine. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Found 8 books in box number 2. So don't forget to buy your own box and start building your own library. All right. Early man. Prehistory and the civilizations of ancient Near East. We have the earliest food gatherers, the later food gatherers, the food raisers. Okay. Now we go part 2, the origins of civilization. Civilization in Babylon, Egypt, empires and subjects. The Assyrian and the Persian empires, the subjects. That's actually pretty interesting. Let's go. Um, I mean, there's the reason it's taking me so long because a lot of this is really interesting. Because civilization of Babylon, I don't know, the civilization of India or of Egypt. I would love to talk more about that. Don't get me wrong. However, it seems like everyone always talks about Egypt. Like if you go to YouTube, everything on if you go history, you're gonna talk about 3 different things. You're gonna talk Alexander the Great. You're gonna talk about the Romans, and then you're also gonna talk about the Egyptians. And then, well, 4 different things. And then Genghis Khan now, so it's like 4 different things, and boom, that's like all of ancient history. However, writing and like law didn't come from any of those. It came from the civilization of Babylon. So we're gonna, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Let's go to 80. What was that picture? Wait a minute, I seen. Look at the Neanderthal. But it's kind of funny how they make him have white people hair, even though if it was from Africa, the Neanderthal, it would be impossible for him to have white people hair. But tomato, tomato, right? Who cares? Fake news. 80. Writing, right? Why are we doing writing? Because it's the closest thing to reading, right? You know what I'm saying? In order to read, something has to be written. So, let's go in deep a little bit about this. By the time we have definitely passed from the prehistoric to the historic age, where men could set down their ideas and describe events in writing. The Sumerians had begun to draw conventionalized pictograms represented as physical objects on clay tablets by about 3500 BC. So what we're looking at is this picture. Let me show you the picture. You see the picture? So in that picture, this is a clay tablet from Kish, about 3500 BC, on which the symbols are still pictograms. Just below the head in the upper right corner is a threshing sledge, which oxen drew around and around on a threshing floor. Contrast the writing in the next picture almost 2,000 years later. So look at these pictures. This is more pictograms. And when they say 2,000 years later, 2,000 years? Good God, Jesus died 2,000 years ago. So when you put things in perspective, like, man, Jesus isn't even that old. We're only in 2020. So 2,020 years since Jesus died or whatever. Or his birth, I don't remember. But they're talking about just for us to be able to figure out how to write took 2,000 years. Just imagine how slow that took. That's 2,000 years. 300 years later, about 32, tablets showing that the scribes of Sumer took tremendous step by developing ideograms. Marx expressions concepts such as a day and phonograms, symbols expressing symbolic phonotype values as we might draw a B for the sound B. Interesting. I don't want to go too far because you know this can get you. I mean, wow. So we're just kind of skipping around. In that case, few of us would learn how to read or write. First, the script involved about 500 to 600 signs, many of which were complicated. In the ancient Near East, only professional scribes commonly wrote, and the evidence they provide is usually most revealing for the upper classes, unless commoners got into a lawsuit. Law. So this is super interesting, man. Just think about that. So it's kind of like Chinese, where each of they have characters for things. Like this is they all had characters. All right, so right here you can kind of see the steady progression. Come on, iPhone. You see how the fish. Just you can pause the video, then when I go over it, you can look. We'll go from the top row. This is the top one's fish, ox. I can't read. But we'll go down like that, and there it is. Like it goes from the original all the way to Sumerian, early Babylonian, and down. So you can kind of see the natural progression of the drawing symbols, really, of how writing. Kind of seems like the early depictions of things, such as this row, was pretty easy. And when you get over here, it's like, my goodness, dude, that's a lot. So it is more like Chinese in a sense, because each thing is I mean, to be able to write in Chinese, that's a lot of drawing. All right. Well, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through. Well, I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna read because it's really a small chapter of writing. It's not as intense as I would have thought. So we'll talk more about the Babylonians and the early civilization. Kind of look at some more pictures. I love how they break all the noses off. That's amazing. Thank you for that. Fake news history. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Talk to you guys later on. But look, this is pretty interesting. Hold on. Civilization. Civilizations in Babylon. The idea of civilization needs precise description if we are to know how a civilization differs from a culture of uncivilized peoples. Leave you on that to ponder. What is the difference between civilization and culture?